Welcome to the Slade and Wade podcast. This is where we discuss all things nerd and geek culture.
I'm Wade. I'm an anime and movie lover.
And I'm Slade, and I'm a gaming and tech specialist.
When we come together, we make this podcast, and we have a good time doing it.
And we don't happen to hate each other at the same time. So strap in, get your popcorn ready, and listen to the Slade and Wade podcast. Welcome back to the Slade and Wade podcast. It's been 2 weeks, baby. You know what that means. An extra juicy, moist video. God damn it, what am I doing? Podcast of what has happened in the past 2 weeks of all tech, nerd, gaming, movies, and all the things that we love.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Last week, Disney has had their Investor Day, which they announced a bunch of beautiful things across all their products and brands. First thing, TV shows.
The ones to watch right now, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think is a contender. You know, it's directly connected to the Marvel movies. You've got the Captain America thing, the passing of the shield to the Falcon.
Oh, yes.
And, you know, how's Winter Soldier feel about that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's going to be a lot of action like the second Captain America movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll be really good. Hawkeye, and that's like a wild card. Loki looks really good. Can't go wrong with Tom Hiddleston.
I mean, Hawkeye was kind of badass in the last Avengers movie, though. He had a sword, hood.
Oh,
This guy was looking like Assassin's Creed on steroids right there, murdering the whole entire Tokyo area. So,
yeah, he embraced the darkness.
Dark side is part of your Hawkeye.
Wild cards would be like Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how this is going to work because there's Captain Marvel. Miss Marvel is Kamala Khan. She's a totally different character. So people are going to be confused.
We did get some recent juice from her for the recent Avengers video game that came out. She was one of the main characters that you played with. And also, not to piggyback off her first name is Kamala. So Kamala Harris, Kamala,
Oh yeah, Kamala Harris, Kamala Khan, yeah. There you go. Yeah, so that's TV shows.
Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. What?
I don't know anything about that. I saw that come up at the list, and I was just like, nerds don't do well with holiday specials because we had Star Wars, and that was one of the worst pieces of entertainment that was ever created. Gave us Boba Fett, but also gave us horrible Wookiee sex jokes. So
it's been so weird with a whole year without any Marvel action at all.
Yeah, and it's gonna kick off into fifth gear.
Yeah, with movies. With movies, we got Black Panther 2, which they're not going to escalate the storyline on that one. We've heard talks that they're going to just go straight to having his sister becoming the next Black Panther. Possibility, but that might be the case because isn't he supposed to, they were supposed to introduce Storm into this as well, no?
Yeah. They were supposed to do a whole bunch of stuff.
But rest in peace, Chadwick. I think they had changed some gears with the story so they could like still give a tribute to him and also still continue with the story. You got Ant-Man and Wasp.
Quantumania.
What?
Yeah.
So
I didn't know anything about this movie. I mean, it's like, dude, it would be the third Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. Third Ant-Man movie, I guess.
Which is dope.
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna obviously delve into the quantum realm, which is what gave us time travel and Endgame. So I'm like mildly interested, but I also like there's so much going on that just like I could skirt right through that. Like love.
They could easily make this the inception of Marvel movies right here.
Could be. But when you have stuff like Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki on television, it's difficult to. It's gonna be interesting to see what the draw is to get people in theaters and not on HBO Max, in theaters to actually go and see any of these movies. I mean, Black Panther 2, I mean, of course, but like Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm hoping that they do well.
Yeah, I think the big moves they have to do is take on what DC's doing because at least DC's next continuance of movies are going to be mostly on HBO Max with their partnership with that. So with
more on that later.
Yes, more on that later. Little preview, but because we're still in the vaccine early stages of still in the pandemic and the situation that we're in. I don't think a lot of people will be going out to movie theaters just to see a movie, even though we could be all organized in a way like, oh yeah, 2 people, every single seat, whatever. I think, hey,
Yeah.
if they could pull it off in an airplane, which lasts 4 hours from a lot of
Yeah.
trips, they could also pull off the same thing in a movie theater. They just have to set the standards and boundaries for that if they want to do it in movie theaters. But I'll
Yeah.
also embrace what HBO Max has done and say, hey, you know what? We're gonna go release our stuff also on there on our Disney Plus platform. But
Yeah.
they have
Um. Oh.
Baymax. What?
Yeah. 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 And as a
What?
matter of fact, whoops, WandaVision shouldn't be in that. um, got so excited about WandaVision, I put it
We got
twice.
You put a WandaVision TV show, also WandaVision movie. Like, yo,
I
man, I didn't know you
wish.
were really excited to see her twice, man.
Oh, you know what? I think what I meant to put was Doctor Strange,
Oh,
but
gotcha.
no. Yeah. So yeah, Baymax. There's gonna be another big Hero 6
Yes,
movie.
official, confirmed.
Yeah, there was a TV show, if I recall.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
So that is a very popular thing. Our group of friends loved it. We we named our whole group of friends after it. So it was
Yeah.
like, it was cool. Like, I'm gonna see it one way. I don't know if it'll be in theaters. We'll see when it comes out.
I would
But
definitely love to watch it if it comes out. That'll be amazing.
yeah, I mean, and more focused in the character of Vmax.
Yeah.
The kind of aloof, robotic personality that Baymax had. It was
Mm-hmm.
very interesting. And then also, yeah, a ton of Star Wars stuff coming down the pipeline. I'm not even going to get into it. I know one of the TV shows is Ahsoka, and there's going to be an Obi-Wan TV show, and there's going to be more movies. I'm not sure. I'm gauging my excitement.
I mean, Ahsoka, come on, man. They just showed her. That means that could be pretty good.
Give me an Ahsoka mini series. Give me 5-6 episodes. That's it. Like, very tight story.
Yeah.
Just catching us up on what's going on with her, and that's it. Like, that's cool.
Are you feeling kind of worn out by the Star Wars-ness, even though we haven't had much Star Wars?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a
for
while. It's been a while since this has happened, but this happens every once in a while where they blast out all of these things. Like, that's what Disney's doing right now. With this announcement, they put out all of their properties. They said, hey, we're not going to wait for this whole Rona thing to fade out. We're going to just tell you everything we got going on because we're mad geniuses and we want all of your money, however we can get it. So
I mean, the merch, man. They get a lot of merch, a lot of little plush toys, swag, all that.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is Star Wars. They're like, let's flood the market. We're going to have a Cassian Andor series. We're going to have an Ahsoka series. We're going to have a Bad Batch series following the clones that were in the last season of Clone Wars. Like, it's a lot. They're flooding the market with the stuff. So,
I mean, they had to because no one was really. I say us nerds, besides using Disney Plus as, hey, it's our back catalog for old movies and TV shows that we used to love to watch when we were kids or nostalgic reasons, whatever. There was not really a reason to be on Disney Plus as much. Besides your fix for nostalgia, there wasn't like, yo, I got to check out this new show. Like, for Netflix, they had Stranger Things, they had Queen's Gambit with the movies. They have, there's always something new popping up. So for Disney, they said, hey, we got to do something too. We want to be the next Netflix in a sense where people doesn't go for us just for nostalgic reasons. They go for us because of our new content. So I could see, I could see how it looks like it's milking, but it's also an investor day. So they have to lay out the whole foundation, like their roadblock of plans of what's coming out anyway. But
yeah,
because think about it, the last time they did this, we still don't see majority of the things they announced last investor day.
Yeah.
So it could say, hey, yeah, we are releasing on these things, but things could change. It could be like, hey, things got caught up with filming, whatever the case may be. We might push it back to 2022. So it might not be so milky, so much milking in a way of these properties.
You know what I forgot about? Black Widow. I was very excited about that. That was going to be one of the first things that was going to come out.
That didn't come out, right? Yeah, they pushed that back way out. It's still next year, right?
I think that's still on the list. But yeah. No, that's
because
that was supposed to come out like mid this year, I thought.
This year, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Black Widow, man. Yeah,
that would have been
2021
good.
movie, May 2021. The
Okay.
budget is already $200 million, bro. You know it's gonna be a big movie.
Oh my goodness. Moving on. We have Wonder Woman and HBO Max. You know, we've previously talked about how Wonder Woman was going to be the first of the HBO Max shows,
Mm-hmm.
TV shows, movies, first of the HBO movies to be on HBO Max,
Right.
and also come out in theaters. And now, when that news happened, studios freaked out, and they were like, "Hey, like even the people who are working under Warner Brothers were like, oh my, we didn't know this. We didn't know that this was going to happen." So, like, a lot of people are like rebelling against Warner Brothers right now and being like, "No, we don't want this to come out on just HBO Max because that's going to cannibalize our theater market." So theaters have fought back now by saying that they're going to slash prices to Warner Brothers movies for people who go and see their movies. So you might be able to go see Wonder Woman in theaters for like $5 because, you know,
but
hey,
if you already have HBO Max, you pretty much got it, and you can watch it in any beautiful resolution you want in the convenience of your home. I mean, I could see them rebelling, but it a lot of urban locations, it makes sense not to go to the movie theaters, especially if there's not a lot of things going well. So them rebelling against Warner Brothers is kind of a shot in the leg, I say, because they're the ones, they're desperate. They're desperate right now. They want the movies to come in. Look at Tenet. I still have not seen that movie. I was hyped up for that movie. And yet, I don't know where to watch it at. I don't know what's the point of it, of like taking time to watch it right now.
My brother just watched it the other day, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't legally. So, but like, you know,
but that's the thing. Like, if it was,
it's tough.
If it was available via HBO Max or something, I would have definitely saw it and taken time to watch it. But as is right now, it's just like, all right, well,
you as the person who's making the movie aren't going to make the same type of money that you're making when it was in theaters and booming.
But that depends on, well, Warner Brother also is part of HBO Max. They're all like in the same parent company.
Yeah, Warner Brothers owns HBO Max.
Yeah. And then AT&T owns all that stuff. Yeah. So they're good. They're like, any extra money they get, great from theaters, but if all the users are going to go on HBO and it makes people buy HBO because they're already getting, let's say, they're reunion for Friends, they're already getting a lot of other shows and reunions for like Fresh Prince, so they're not too concerned. All this does is add more fuel for HBO. So I think,
I mean, it'll be good for HBO Max. I still think bad for the overall film market.
No, for sure, yeah, because they would love to have theaters open, and I bet everyone would love to too. But dude, if you don't have any plans for making it open and available for everyone, and because it's limitations going on, no one's gonna go to a theater right now.
I mean, and mind you, I'm not saying like go to a theater. Yeah. Absolutely, do not go to a theater.
It's not worth it right now. Like, I'd rather be. Well, in this part of the world right now, we're in New York right now. It's cold. I'd rather be inside with a nice hot chocolate, snuggled up to my blanket, watching myself some beautiful Wonder Woman action.
Yeah.
Not, it's going outside and then risking getting sick because it's already cold as hell outside, 20 degrees or something. Then
granted, the feeling of being in a theater around other people who are excited, it's like night and day. But you know, when we get there, we'll get there.
Yeah. I think wasn't there like a video recently that was being shared around Twitter where someone was showing the first reaction of Spider-Man showing up in the when he came back to life, spoilers, in Avengers, and the whole theater was just like,
I remember that. Everybody was like, whoa.
Bro, yeah. So like, theaters have their purpose. But I think we should when the health of people's lives matter first, like, just be considerate of that.
Lives are more important than the entertainment factor, than John Boyega running up and give you a high five.
You know, you're a good time grinding because John Boyega did a surprise drop on one of the rest.
Yo, he walked right by me, dude. But he gave Claude a high five. I felt like it was me.
He gave Claude a high five.
Anyway, so moving on to
Other craziness
YouTube
that's happening next
news.
year is Floyd Mayweather is fighting the legendary, undisputed, totally not undefeatable Logan Paul, your favorite boxer that no one gives a damn about.
Right.
So
We gotta be careful. We're on the same platform.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, no. Nah, but Logan
Um,
Paul, he's been putting in a lot of work in terms of making himself known. So now Mayweather, man. I mean, out of all people to actually get a fight with the legend himself is pretty impressive. I'm not sure if that's impressive as alone. Him surviving the fight is another thing.
so he actually put out a video today.
Yeah.
Logan Paul, kind of like explaining the whole backstory behind the situation.
Yeah.
So from what I understand, Floyd Mayweather did a couple events with Logan in the past, celebrity basketball game. He did some sort of cameo thing where Logan like called him or whatever and talked to him like months ago. So this thing has been in the works for a while,
Yeah.
apparently. How it goes with Logan, I think it's a good move for him any way you slice it.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. Floyd's all about the money. Floyd will fight anybody. He fought Conor McGregor back in 2017, and beat him. He beat Conor McGregor, which was impressive. But Conor McGregor was out of his element. So
I mean, what would Floyd have to step down to be in Logan Paul's element? Like,
here's the
cringy
thing.
YouTube videos. Like
Logan Paul managed to rile up Floyd Mayweather and make him be like, hey, you're scared. Like, this is going to be one of the biggest events ever because I'm, one of the biggest YouTubers. You are the biggest boxer. This could be great for boxing, blah, blah, blah. And it got to him eventually. So, I mean, look, I get it. Like Logan Paul,
he's probably Logan Paul is probably making a lot of money out of this.
Yeah, and I would say that you don't think about Logan winning the fight because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
There's like a 1% chance. I think the betting odds are like 4.8% or something like that.
Do you think that he's gonna like let it last? Like, you think it can't be a knockout in the first round because everyone's paying a lot of good money to watch this.
Mayweather doesn't really knock people out. He didn't knock out McGregor. He doesn't knock out most of his opponents. He's known for being a really defensive fighter. Logan Paul outweighs him. And it obviously half the man's age. So, if Mayweather just allows himself to stay on the defensive and Logan cracks the lucky shot, that could be it. But odds are that's not going to happen. He's the best defensive fighter. He's going to dodge. He's going to weave. He's going to use his Philly shell blocking style to guard himself. So he's not going to let himself get hit.
Yeah, no,
but
definitely.
even if he did, it'd probably only be a jab. It wouldn't be a full on hook power punch to knock him out. So
also,
but it's going to be entertaining. Like, you want to go and
he's
see.
He's 15. He's not going to let some YouTuber break that. No way. McGregor had a better chance than Logan. Like, don't get me wrong. Logan is trained, right? But we're talking about someone that's trained for years compared to someone that's recently been just training for just YouTube clout. So
honestly, my only thing about it,
we also can't use Jake Paul and Nate Robinson because they're two different individuals that both never had boxing experience like that well for years.
Side story. I'm giving myself work. Jake Paul is calling out Conor McGregor. So even Logan Paul is like, why are you calling out Conor McGregor? Like, Conor McGregor is going to kill you. Says the YouTuber fighting the world's greatest boxer. But yeah, he called him out. I made a Twitter video. He's smoking a cigar and calling his wife a 4 out of 10 and saying all sorts of crazy stuff. Like, it's bad. And then Dylan Dennis got involved, and now it looks like he might fight Jake Paul. Like, so the Paul's got a lot going on, in the boxing YouTube world. So you're just
My
gonna
thing
have to
is
deal with that.
why. I guess honestly, like, okay, let's be real. They're only entertaining these YouTubers because it's bringing mass exposure to their platform. That's the only reason. If it was anyone else who did not have a massive following like Jake Paul and Logan Paul, no one will be talking about this. They're like, some other fucking guy on the internet just complaining and bitching about my wife and whatever. But because these are people that bring in massive views, there were so many views just for Logan Paul and KSI.
Yeah.
Like it did way more views, I think, than actual official fights.
Which that it's crazy because neither of those people are mainstream quote unquote celebrities.
Yeah.
They're both YouTubers by trade, by practice, by everything. Logan Paul's been in like 2 movies ever, maybe, not known for his acting abilities.
King Botch is more known in movies than Logan Paul.
And yeah, I mean he's King. Yeah, King Botch is working his way up. But they were just YouTubers and they made millions off of that fight.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
you know, it's understandable that if you're thinking about money, this is how to do it. I don't think that it's going to work out for Jake Paul or Logan Paul in a fight against McGregor or Mayweather.
Nah, yeah.
But I'll watch it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll watch it.
I'll definitely watch it. I wouldn't put. If I was a betting man, I would not bet on Logan Paul. But I'll definitely watch it.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should.
You think?
Because the odds
are
against
him?
No, but the odds, like bet money you're willing to lose.
Oh,
like the odds are so in favor of Mayweather that if you bet against Logan Paul, you make something like 300% profit. Like if you were to bet on Mayweather, you're not making any money. That's it. Like you're just gonna get like $1 extra back. Like it's not gonna do anything for you. You bet on Logan Paul, huge purse for you.
I'd rather bet on Jake then, because Logan Paul hasn't officially won any fights like that major versus Jake.
Yeah, he's 0-1. I mean, he did fight supposedly the greatest boxer on YouTube, KSI. But you haven't seen results. He doesn't have that killer instinct to knock somebody out in the first
Jake
round.
Paul actually has something. I'd rather bet Jake Paul on not even McGregor, but someone else than Logan. Like if Logan was making bets, like if he was doing something with Pokemon, sure, Pokemon cards, yeah, whatever. But boxing,
yeah.
If it was KSI,
oh man, we did talk about Logan Paul and Pokemon.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we entertained that
other
thing.
things coming
February 20th. We'll watch it.
Yeah, more things coming in 2021 because we're towards the end of the year anyway. Bungie confirms Destiny 2 will have crossplay. About time, Bungie. What's going on?
Good censoring.
It's so they're on so many different platforms. The only thing they're missing right now is Switch. Like they're on Stadia, they're on PC, they're on Xbox, PS4, probably the next gen consoles as well, backwards compatible wise. Now they're officially bringing crossplay. I hope that what this brings into the table is that other people that also are like so many different platforms, like let's say Warframe and other games, they are also cross-plat too. Like they'll start bringing in cross-plat because, man, Destiny 2 has been out for like how long? Years, right? I think like 1 to 2 years or so far. Destiny 2 has been out for 3 years, and now they're adding cross-play. That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, no, it's up and coming, man. Up and coming.
You seem excited for this. He seems so excited.
I'm not even like Destiny.
Like you seem like, oh man, this game is
disappointment.
There's a lot of people that still play it though. Let me not. It's still a fan favorite for a lot of my close friends. They love the game. They still play it every single day. Anyway, Halo Infinite is launching next year in fall 2021.
This I have more warm and fuzzy feelings about.
I want to emphasize this. Look at Cyberpunk 2077. Take your goddamn free time and polish the shit out of that game. Do not be like Cyberpunk. Like, please don't be like Cyberpunk. Like,
honestly, Halo, man. Look, I got nothing but really warm and fuzzy memories of Halo.
Dude, I want the first Halo
Looking at
experience, man.
looking at these photos, like I'll be honest, like I mean, I played Halo 1,
Yeah,
you know, back in what, middle school?
right.
um and I loved every second of it. And then Halo 2, loved every second of that. Halo 3, so on and so forth. But honestly, like even when I heard when Infinite was announced, I was like, yeah, another one, okay. Like,
Right, because the
you
last
know,
couple ones have been not really that good
I
compared to
mean,
what we
look,
had before.
you could have just kept updating the multiplayer for like Halo 3 and it could still just be like, hey, fun, good.
Right.
They released the Master Chief collection
Yeah.
what, years ago. And that was something I was interested in and I played a little bit of that. And I remember I only played Halo 1 and 2 style like on it because that's what it was all about for me. They had it figured out back then. What it looks like now with Infinite looks very different from the original Halo idea. I
What do you
mean,
mean?
the character models are cool,
Yeah.
but they're vastly different from how they used to be. Spartans aren't built the same anymore. You know, the warthogs have a totally different look. It's got to be interesting to see
What
how successful it is.
Right. Like what I think is that they're calling it Halo Infinite because it's gonna be a platform and just add a lot of new
Like
content
Fortnite,
to it. Yeah, like
kind of.
Fortnite, they're gonna make it like Fortnite Warzone, all these different games that kind of work as a service instead of a product like a sequel like God of War or Last of Us
Mm.
or Crackdown. Crackdown 2, 3, etc.
Oh, love Crackdown.
3 was trash though. Sorry. Um
Yeah.
So I hope that they do well, but I hope that they look at the lessons of, their fellow friends around the gaming community and say, hey, let's not recreate what the hell happened to Cyberpunk or Mass Effect Andromeda or any other game that came out recently, Anthem and all that stuff, where they rushed to release it and it was trash. This is their console selling game. This is a game that people are
Yeah.
willing to buy Xboxes or buy Game Passes to play this game on. So
I mean, yeah, if it's not available on PC, I would totally jump and get an Xbox just to play
yeah,
Infinite.
I'm getting Game Pass
If
for
I was in
this.
the mood.
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not getting Xbox. I'm getting Game Pass for this and playing on my PC. That's it.
Yeah.
I really hope it doesn't have a lot of bugs. I'm not saying make it bugless. I mean, there's no game that doesn't come out and doesn't have some kind of bug, but learn from Cyberpunk and don't release something that looks like, yeah, you focus on PC, but you release it also on Xbox One X and it looks like a
Mhm.
PS2 game. Like what happened
Yeah.
there? Like
I mean, we're gonna get into the mess that is Cyberpunk. But yeah, no, we'll. I mean, free to play. That could be what Halo needs. It could be the worst thing for Halo.
well, I think they could
We'll find
definitely
out.
make the story itself, pay, but then eventually turn their multiplayer into free to play
It,
if they want
if I
to.
remember correctly, Ninja got his start by playing Halo. Imagine, imagine. Maybe streamers will help build this game back up.
Could be.
Um,
Could.
this franchise back up.
I mean, that's the power
Um,
of streamers.
yeah.
They took a game that's been out for like 2 years, Among Us, and brought it back
I
to
think
light.
that's what it would take.
Yeah.
If you want to inject energy into a franchise, let streamers get at it.
Yeah.
Like,
Speaking of Among Us, though, they won a bunch of awards for being best mobile game and new game
Right
came
now.
out. Yeah.
Keyword is right now.
But they did a really good job. Their first major release that since their huge hype that came out is their new map called the Airship. It's coming out early next year, 2021. Which they had a
Mhm.
little preview of it. It looked kind of cool. It kind of gave me, surprisingly, it gives me that little Battle Blocks or Castle Crasher vibes to it.
Oh,
Right.
so great.
I
Yeah, the art style is very cool.
I wouldn't mind seeing them doing collab with those guys. That'd be like Behemoth. That would be awesome. Also, that's new in terms of the release of the map coming out. They announced that it's coming to the Switch. I think it's coming to the Switch pretty soon. I think
Mhm.
this year. Next year is coming out for the Xbox, but there hasn't been any announcements for PlayStation. So what this could mean is that either Sony's being really a douchebag and asking for like some benefits, or they're trying to get some exclusives for PlayStation. So we'll see what happens. But no PlayStation release yet, but for sure Switch and Xbox, and of course PC and mobile. So they're already spreading pretty quickly to different platforms. What's interesting though for me is that this is gonna be the first time they're gonna bring their game to controller support, like full on handheld controller instead of just a mouse and keyboard, and instead of just like touching the screen. So
Oh yeah, that gets annoying.
yeah, so I wonder how the car swiping is gonna be like with a
Oh,
thumbstick.
I mean, and it looks like they added some kills too. I just saw a new
Yeah, they
exclusive
did
kill
some
too.
special. They did a laser beam that looked
Yeah,
pretty badass. I think they need to do
yeah.
more of that. They should make a mod, like a mod community, so people could just do their, ones for you know, Dragon Ball Z, ones for anime, like all those videos that
Oh
made
yeah, I've
so
seen
much
YouTube
views
videos.
on
Yeah,
just that, on just kills. People would just play the
yeah.
game more if there's mods on PC, especially.
Yeah. I mean, I loved watching videos of it. Like, they could have a really good mod community. Like, Don't Starve Together has a ton of mods that we
Yeah,
used, and we had a ton
it's
of fun
true.
with it.
Yeah,
So we'll see if they. But it's such a basic game. Like, it's
yeah,
not going to be hard to drop mods in it.
yeah. It
So,
should be fairly simple to do and fix up and add that feature too. A game that
yeah.
can't really fix up pretty quickly and simple to do at all is Cyberpunk
Nope.
2077. All right, we
Yep.
mentioned this before already. Uh this game runs like trash on older generation consoles. We already said our piece on the last podcast where I think that they should just cut off support for PS4s and Xbox One series games or consoles,
Mhm.
because the game clearly didn't get any love for those consoles, and it shows it. Some of the footage that we saw this past couple weeks have been looking like it came from a PS2 or PS3 first gen game. It's so buggy that they're now offering full on refunds, to the point even Sony is pulling the game on their PlayStation Store. Sony is pulling a triple A game from the
Hmm.
PlayStation Store and offering full refunds. Sony never offers full refunds. They never offered full refunds at all, even if the game is trash. No Man's Sky, it took months. It's taken it's taken 2 weeks like for this
I
game
mean,
to offer
I
full
mean,
refunds. That is
horrible,
bad.
horrible.
Like they say they have a lot of fixes in place for this. They're gonna do some patches. I think it's clear as day that they should have pushed this game back and made it just a next gen PC exclusive game and just release it like next year fall. And
Look,
that's it.
here's the thing. I knew something was wrong when IGN was reviewing it, and they said they would not allow them to show their game footage,
Yes. That
and
was something that appeared in the
that
news.
was with the PC build.
Yeah. There was a lot of
Um,
reviewers
the,
across different channels. IGN, one of my favorite reviewers, ACG, who's super brutally honest. A lot of different reviewers
yeah,
couldn't use their own footage. They had to wait until after the embargo and use their
yeah.
footage.
Well, and IGN in particular was just using footage that was given to them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just for the
And they
views,
still
man.
managed.
Yeah.
They still managed to talk about bugs,
No, yeah.
and it was clear that there was bugs.
Yeah, they could have.
even for
They said
PC.
the only thing that was holding them back. They said, "Hey, yeah, you just use our footage." Okay, cool. Well, we'll be honest with you. These are the bugs that we're getting. It's a buggy ass game. They still gave that game a 9 out of 10, which honestly proves the fact that IGN will give any game a 9 out of 10 because it feels like a Cyberpunk game.
Got all the energy of a 2077 cyberpunkish style game.
Yeah,
You know?
my God. Also, I don't know how I decided to quickly test the game out just to see. People say that there was like a long intro before you hit Night City. I got within Night City within less than 15 minutes of playing the game. So I'm not sure what happened. Maybe I was supposed to explore more. But there's a lot of weird things going on in the game. Like like there's a lot of, so far I would wait if you really want to play Cyberpunk and you already waited the 7 years it already took to wait for this game. Another year is not going to hurt you. Another year's not
I
gonna
mean,
kill you at all.
that's what I'm doing. I mean, I don't even have the time to dip into
Mm,
a 44-hour campaign
yeah.
right now. So
Honestly, also I would rather, because I've seen how good it looks if it's done right. I would rather
Mhm.
get and play this game when it's once polished, and also if there's a possibility to do multiplayer. Well, we know multiplayer is gonna happen, but it would be good to see what they'll incorporate in multiplayer, and if it's gonna be like GTA and Night City, I would love that. It'd be dope. But
Yeah.
same thing. I'd rather wait, and even if they announce multiplayer, I'd rather wait longer than that to make sure that all the bugs and kinks are ironed out, because Grand Theft Auto Online is good now. When it first came out, it was trash. Like
Yeah.
it took
I
you
mean,
30 minutes to get to Grand Theft Auto Online. Now you could go on heists, you could do all these events, you could own houses, you could do
I'll
all
be
these things.
honest though,
So,
that turned me off in a big way when I was playing GTA early on.
dude,
I was like,
you
"Oh,
you,
the online's trash?
you couldn't even go directly to
Screw this."
online. You had to
Yeah, no.
load into your
Yeah.
character in story mode, wait, then call the phone up, switch to online mode, then wait for that
Yep.
to load and connect to a random server, then get to that, then find someone if you want.
Oh,
It was
I'm
such,
full tilt.
it
Full tilt.
was almost 40 minutes, almost 30 minutes trying to get
It's
into
good. It's good
online.
now. And shout out to them. They just had an update.
Yeah.
Wasn't very comprehensive. Not very big deal, but they did a good job. CD Projekt Red. Look at Rockstar.
Yeah.
They know how to put out a game that takes 10 years to put out.
Yeah.
And they do it properly.
And I honestly, I want to say that the developers there might have been doing the work and putting it right. I will openly say that screw the managers who forcefully said, "Hey, let's okay and launch this game now," or the executives that said okay and launch this game now, because you kind of screwed yourselves. Even if you had your investors choking you by the neck saying, "Yo, release this because we want money now," guys, it's a freaking pandemic going on right now. The game is buggy as hell. We don't want to release a game that's trash and everyone's gonna be known, like everyone's gonna remember us for being trash. Like,
Yeah, you've seen it with No Man's Sky.
yeah, No Man's Sky
You've
came
seen
out.
it
People were
with
like, fuck it. No one cares about it. It's good now, but guess what? No
yeah.
one. It's not the same level of
That
attention it got
that is the
initially.
exact story.
Yeah.
And I predicted this weeks ago that it was gonna feel just like No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's so many bugs. Oh no, I'm dropping this game. Give me my refund.
Yeah, actually,
And
yo,
then
dude, it's
a
exactly
couple
the same
months
thing.
later, it's gonna be patched up. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be an amazing game,
Yeah,
and no one's going to care.
yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
that's
They
what it is.
they screw themselves up. They might as well just fix up the game, re-release it as a different name, Cyberpunk 2077, something like
Dash one.
Dash One, rebooted, something, So then people are like, oh shit, new Cyberpunk game. Not really. It's just a polished up version that we were supposed to
Yeah.
launch it like 2 years ago, 1 year ago.
They're gonna call it Cyberpunk.
It makes you feel like Cyberpunk. 9
In
out of 9.
another
9 out of
world
10.
with my Keanu Reeves.
I feel bad for you, Keanu Reeves, man. He was like, that was like the driving force of this game, and everyone's like, Keanu Reeves, you failed us. Like, I had nothing to do with the game. I did my part.
Yeah. No, he's perfect in every way.
Yeah.
He can't do wrong.
Come on. Anyway,
Something else that hasn't really gone wrong in a while. Attack on Titan is back, baby.
first 2 episodes. I've not watched it. Don't spoil it.
Yeah. I will not spoil it, but I will say a lot of people were confused with where this season starts off.
Whoa.
There was a time
I
skip.
thought this was going to be like the epicness that the trailer they dropped made it seem like it was going to be like I'm going to be grabbing onto my freaking chair and my butt clenched and like, oh my God, Aaron. Like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It's exciting
Right.
when you know what's going on.
Oh, is this like season 3 where people were like so confused? Was it season 3? Season 3 part 1, right? Where it was a whole like family blood drama, like who's a original Titan or ownage of the kingdom.
No, I mean you start dropped into a war essentially, and people are like, who are either of the people who are fighting in these wars?
Yeah.
So you don't start off with the protagonist in this season.
Oh, so you're like in a flashback?
You start off. you start off with in a flash forward. It's a time skip. It's a time skip.
Okay.
But they don't tell you. They don't tell you anything that's going on. You see these characters and you're like, where am I? What's going on? Nothing really is gonna click for you until you see Reiner.
How long it takes
but
to see Reiner?
probably halfway through the first episode or 3/4 of the way
That's
through the
not
first
good.
episode.
They should at least put like a whole, like, a little time step in the corner to
Yeah.
1 year forward, and just like do all that, and then
I think it's 3 years, but
yeah,
yeah,
they should
this
do
is
that in the
going
corner.
to be
They didn't announce like, hey, 3 years later in
no,
the corner.
no,
That's bad.
no, and I remember it happened with the manga too. People were like, "What's going on?"
Huh?
I think this person over there in the corner might be Aaron, but like I don't know what's going on.
It kind of reminds me
So-
of it's almost your power. That kind of reminds me of The Witcher, like for Netflix. Remember there's
Yeah.
some scenes where you couldn't tell if it was the past or the present,
Oh my god, that confused me to no
and
end.
it was like beginning, present, and past, and then it all kind of connected at one point and somewhere towards the end or in the middle.
I can't stand shows that do that.
And there was
I mean, this
no
is
reference of the, like, you know how like flashbacks they put a filter to show the difference or like something.
yeah,
Nothing. So
nothing.
I could tell the frustration of it, especially anime fans who's been following this damn show for years. They're gonna be like, "What the hell? We're like in Avengers Endgame scene here?"
Especially if you didn't do a rewatch, because if you
So no
think
recap
about
at
it,
all?
no recap. No, you get dropped right into the middle of a war guy laying on the battlefield.
Jesus
Um,
Christ, that's
No, so at the end, and remember now at the end of season 3
right.
of Attack on Titan, they make it to the ocean, right?
Okay.
Spoilers, whatever. You don't care if it's been 3 years. You don't care. You don't care.
It's been
at this
It's been
point.
out for like years already.
They've defeated all the Titans on the island,
Right.
except for one that was crawling on its face that they didn't bother to kill. Whatever.
Yeah.
Aaron points across the ocean, and he's like, "Oh, if we kill those people, we'll be free." Like he can't even enjoy the fact that he made it to the ocean because there's still people out there that are going to kill them or going to try and kill them. So that is
Aaron's
kind of
pointing
where you
out-
leave off.
Oh yeah, I gotta rewatch that.
He's-
Though. I completely
yeah,
forgot about
Because
that.
when they make it to the ocean, he
Yeah.
points out to the sea and he's like, "There's people out there that we got to kill," basically. So
Yeah, because
that's what
yeah.
you have to think about when you start this season. It goes straight from getting to the ocean to the other side of the ocean, and now you've seen a little bit of what it was like across the water because we know that Aaron's dad is from there. In the flashbacks in season 3, you get to see what it was like in Marley.
yeah, there was a whole
and you
season
saw-
where one of them was transporting towards where the island where Aaron was originally at, or was at, and
and
whole,
you've seen how they went there and they created the Titans.
yeah, they would just drop
they-
people off to release Titans
Yeah.
off there. Yeah.
Yeah. So you start out where all that stuff is coming from, where they're in war. So that'll hopefully help anybody who's starting season 3 right now. Without being too spoilery. I'm not being spoilery at all, really. I mean, I explained this to my other friends who are I don't know what's going on with Attack on Titan. And I'm like, here's where we are. I'm not going to say anything that's going to happen because I only know like 2 things that are coming up in the near future.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's exciting, and I can understand why people are confused. But this is one of those things that makes the show great. The writer just keeps throwing curveballs at you. You don't even
That's
know
true.
what's going
that
on.
trailer when they showed it, because you had a glimpse in season 3, you had a glimpse of like what was happening on the other side, where these people were prosperous and everything was all good.
They have baseball, son.
Right. And then they took, instead of sending these people to jail or stand in jail, I guess it's like, all right, well, let's just off these people off to a special island and then turn them into fucking Titans and let them kill each other at it. And just, I guess they didn't know that they were intentionally causing a mass genocide on the other side of that island and just fucking people over. Like, it's so insane.
Dude, I'm so happy because I just realized that this is essentially like Sid Meier's where you're on one continent and you think you the shit,
yeah.
and then Germany's across the ocean with airplanes coming to kill you.
Dude, yeah, that's true.
This is exactly
the thing is that I guess that's season 4 right there. There's probably some more people that's within that prosperous city already Titan enabled, and they are ready to flex. Either that or because they had to test these things out. What are the solutions that are applying to people on? So they probably have some locations where they have Titans ready to go, or people that are ready to go Titans to lock up and fight.
Basically, without spoiling anything, this season is a battle for the 9 Titan shifter powers. That's what it's all about.
9. Wait, 9? Wait, is
9.
that the same? You know this weird intro that they had for season 3 where it showed the hairy, big Titan walking
Beast
surrounded
Titan.
by animals. There were like about 9 of them.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that the reference to that?
That is a reference to something that just happened in the manga. So
wow.
Can't really.
So the intros
really
were
say.
Referencing things that just happened in the manga.
Yeah,
It's fucking show.
Isayama must have gave them a clue or something. I don't know. But
wow.
But essentially, yeah, no, because you in the last season, look, just quickly because we're gonna get to the next thing. But you've heard about the curse of Ymir. You've heard about the Titan shifters and how they were made. There are 9 Titan powers in the world. There's other, there's the mindless Titans and the Titans that get created from other Titans.
Mm-hmm.
But there's 9 Titan powers, and Marley, the nation with the Nazi type armbands going on with the Marleyan citizens.
Right. Yeah.
They have a select amount of them, and we know that Armin now has a colossal Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Eren has the attack Titan and the founding Titan in him, and Annie is tied up in a basement with her female Titan,
which is so
they
weird.
They have 4 Titan powers under their control. So the rest of the Titan powers elsewhere. But you know that Reiner is the armored Titan.
Mm.
And a couple other people have Titan powers. And you're going to see some Titan powers that were previously with other people on some new people. So it's going to be interesting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's Attack on Titan. Very exciting stuff. I could have a whole podcast on it.
Yeah. Besides us going into a whole podcast mode on it, everyone loves their live action anime movies, right? Shut the
fire.
YuYu Hakusho, everyone's favorite gun pointing protagonist character with slick back hair, is having his first live action show. I say it's been long overdue.
Netflix.
On Netflix. I think it's long overdue
because they got a great track record with Death Note.
Yeah,
it's such a joke.
I say it's long overdue, but I also have to say is that it's Netflix, so I don't think they're gonna pick anyone good to direct this.
I mean, we were talking about this earlier. There is only one anime to live action movie that has worked recently.
Yeah,
and that was Alita Battle Angel. And we were talking about it, and it's like, yeah, I guess it was good. It was good. It
wasn't the best, but it was good. It was decent. Yeah.
There's been like 10 other attempts to make even Scarlett Johansson, the great Scarlett Johansson, couldn't make a good Ghost in the Shell movie.
Hey man, she got treated like Daredevil with Ben Affleck. You could be a great actor, but if the directing sucks, it sucks.
I mean, it was basically like, what was that movie where she's basically a robot consciousness. She just keeps getting like stronger and stronger throughout the movie. Lucy. Yeah.
I don't know why I said Alice.
Yeah, it was a female name. Yeah.
It was close.
Yeah, no. Lucy was a better anime movie.
Yeah.
Lucy was a better anime movie than Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
They're not that different if you really think about it.
I mean, they've had different types of, they had Full Metal Alchemist, they've had
Death Note.
The list goes on. I mean, Bleach
Avatar
at 1.2.
Bleach, they were definitely working on one. There was an Attack on Titan one that they were working on too.
Right.
I don't remember them ever actually being released.
That was gonna be weird having naked people running around.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I wouldn't want to watch that.
I have very low hopes. They're working on I know they're working on a Cowboy Bebop movie with John Cho.
Just make okay, look, let's say this. If Netflix could use the same team behind The Witcher for this, then maybe. But just not do that crazy. Just not do that crazy timeline nonsense. Just put the timestamp in the corner, right? Please, someone, please. It's not that hard. You could the editor could do that. It's not that hard. Just for everyone's sanity, please.
I could do that in Premiere. I don't even have to go into After Effects.
Yeah, it's like come on, and you're good. You're solid. You'll have a great YuYu Hakusho live action. But if you use Death Note. Well, guys, enjoy a movie that will probably be watched and dissed on for a while, and then everyone will forget about it.
Here's the common thread that I broke it down with the gang on. You have to love the property that you're making a movie about. If you don't love it and you don't understand it, you're not going to make it well.
Okay,
Zack Snyder doesn't understand Batman and Superman. He made mediocre to horrible Batman and Superman.
We can't harp him on that one. Okay, we can't do him dirty on that one. But Superman, the Man of Steel wasn't that bad. It was the first time we saw Superman kill. It was pretty decent. It has some good.
But that's a fundamental misunderstanding of who Superman is.
True. But his daughter did have a moment. Like Batman versus Superman. He had family issues that he had to take care of.
Yeah.
You gotta give him that.
And Justice League.
Yes.
Joss Whedon took over and yada yada yada.
Yeah. All right,
we're getting right.
So Batman vs Superman was Zack Snyder, right? And that was
all Zack Snyder, baby.
Yeah. He doesn't understand the shit done.
Mortal. Do you understand? I was watching a review of that movie again. This YouTuber who's really great. If I think about him, I'll put him in the description. Batman, the thing with Batman v Superman is Batman is mad. This is a hell of a tangent, but Batman is mad that Superman killed people, so he wants to go and kill Superman. Does that make any sense? And then he proceeds to kill a lot of people in the process, and then he's about to kill Superman. And he's literally just like, wait, your mom has the same name. What? The movie makes no sense. You have to love what you're doing, and you have to really understand the characters. Those are not the characters that we had in our comics.
Yeah, because if their moms were different, Superman would have been dead right now.
Well, Batman would not want to go out and kill somebody. Even in a dream sequence,
he wouldn't. Yeah, people. That would never be his state. That would be codes. Honestly, that would be Batman's laughing Joker state.
Well, yeah,
that would be him cracking down mentally and becoming like Joker or some demented version of Batman to get to that state of mind. Yeah,
like Superman has one weakness, kryptonite, right?
Right.
Batman's weakness is that he won't kill. Like that's one way of thinking about it. Well, yeah, he's human, but like really his biggest limitation and why he continues to struggle is that he doesn't just kill the Joker.
Yeah.
It's too easy. It says it countless times. It's too easy just to kill the Joker. It's against his entire code because what created him was watching his parents get murdered.
So he doesn't want to create that murder, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a core fundamental of his character. Zack Snyder just
doesn't understand it. Yeah, I know.
So again, if that huge tangent was to say, if you don't understand and love what you're working on, you will make a horrible movie. People didn't understand Death Note, they made a horrible movie. You don't understand Full Metal Alchemist, you make a horrible movie. Avatar: The Last Airbender, horrible movie.
Trash.
So please, the creator of Yu Yu Hakusho has been through enough. Still working on Hunter x Hunter for the past like 20, 25
Let
years.
him finish that. Please. Stop with all this. Give the funding to do for this live action. Give him the funding to finish that goddamn show. Please.
Look,
that would bring up so many people. The flock of anime lovers will go to Netflix just to watch Hunter x Hunter content.
Like, I'm so fiery, passionate. Manga writers and animators eat rice every day. and live in rooms that have to be publicly funded. Like they don't pay these people.
Not at
Like
all.
it, and you want to go and make a big budget live action
Live
movie, go to
action
hell.
they'll probably make more money
Go
off
to
of
hell.
the live action than the freaking animators do in the anime. Yeah, it's trash.
Demon Slayer, same thing.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer made a bunch of movie in the box office. We talked about this. Depending on what the writer of Demon Slayer's deal was, they're not going to get very much any money from the sale of the movies. I think they were capped at something like 5 million or something like infinitesimal. Like they made hundreds of millions of dollars off that movie, and the creator's getting like less than 10% of the sale revenue from it.
This is called the industry for a reason. Why do you think there's always been like talks about side tangent?
Yeah, this is
Why do you think there's
Side
been
Tangent, the
talks
podcast.
about how like artists in music industry hates their usually the record company they
label.
sign up for, the labels that they sign up for. Same thing with some anime artists as well and creators. They hate the publications they work for because the publication usually pockets all the cash. Same thing for game developers. Cyberpunk, those developers,
Yep.
awesome, but the publisher or the executives that handle that make the final call and then pocket all the money while they're the ones being accused of bullshit. So it happens. Well,
The industry sucks.
speaking of awesome artists, Dr. Stone. We saw these artists in MNACon last year. Awesome team. Awesome. They're an awesome group of people. And they're coming out with season 2 of Dr. Stone. And it's starting in January 14th, baby. You get to learn how to make some more pebbles and rocks and stuff of that nature.
And another thing that I read ahead on, and I'm not sorry about it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be
don't
so
spoil
good.
me because I have not finished season 1. Blame me for not finishing it. Yes, I got in before the whole like battle Namek arc thing going.
Yeah. This arc is going to be an actual war with science involved.
Okay,
but it's going to be an actual war.
So they're sticking to the whole war arc mythos, right?
Remember, we saw a drawing that Boichi did of a tank.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming, baby.
So
that's coming.
Could I just say this? Should Civilization invest in a Dr. Stone version or season? Wouldn't that be kind of awesome?
I mean, maybe.
Because we could call this a Civilization anime if you think about it.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Hunter x Hunter is. I mean, not Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter.
Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is Civilization, except you throw Titans in there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But like, at least this one makes sense because you're starting from scratch for every Civ game. You have nothing.
Yeah, you start in the Stone Age.
And this
is called Stone Wars.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I need to play some Sid Meier's.
Now you understand my concept, young one.
We're not sponsored by Sid Meier's, but I don't even need to take money from you. I just want the chance to talk about you. That's all I want.
He has a massive fandom for your game, so just send him like a free coupon code or something for some DLC.
Yeah, give me free Sid Meier's for life. Let me play all the games.
You already got that from Epic Game Store, dude.
Yeah, they gave me the new Sid Meier's for free. And you can't get it anymore. No.
All right. Speaking of Phantom, the Apple company that we all love and care about, the one that fuels our technology, has released a $550 pair of headphones called the AirPods Max. An over-ear design headphones that provides you beautiful comfort and sound, all in a case that looks like a bra or purse.
That better not be what you're wearing on your head right now.
No, it is not it, actually.
They look kind of similar.
Let me bring you the AirPods Max right here.
Oh my goodness.
So I actually have them. I will not do a review of them.
Oh my God.
What I'll say for sure is that they sound good. That's for sure.
Ooh, they come in different colors too.
Yeah, the colors are pretty nice though.
Yeah, no, very
They
nice.
they sound great, right? Are they worth $550 great? That's the question. And I
No,
think that
absolutely not. Spoiler alert.
think about it. It costs you could either buy a PS5, an Xbox One, Xbox Series X. You could buy a graphics card for that price. You could buy pretty much a whole outfit of clothing if you need it. There's a lot of things you can relate to. And the thing is that, honestly speaking, I'm also an audiophile. So there's headphones that cost like this, and it's nothing. This price is nothing. But this headphones are not catered to audiophiles. They're catered to like, regular folks that just want to wear like Sony's or Bose headphones. And the build quality is up there. But whoever made the headphones did not communicate whoever was making the goddamn case for it. Because the case looks like a purse.
That case is ugly.
It looks like a purse, my man. You cannot
I can see what they're thinking.
this.
You hold it by the headphone handle.
So this headphone handle, whatever mesh they're using, must be some new vibranium mesh from some special planet somewhere that we have not discovered yet. Because it should be unpenetrable. Because you're gonna use this as your handle for holding it around. You're gonna throw this in a bag that's gonna get stabbed by pencils, and it should survive that. It's crazy. I don't know what they were thinking, keeping the headband portion of the headphones exposed. And then on top of that, the case itself, it has the actual aluminum exposed on the bottom, which I'm not sure if it's because, hey, you're sweating, so you want to like vent out. It doesn't make sense though. You have no rating for water protection on these, so people are not gonna work out with these things. They're heavy, unless you're trying to get some neck strength, like keep your neck strong by wearing heavy headphones.
I mean, they look really cool, but they don't look comfortable. I
say this: that headband that is exposed is actually really comfortable. I'll be honest with this. I'll bring this on when we meet up. You get to try them. They're really comfortable. But I don't think there's definitely some extra Apple tax on top of these. I think if this was priced more like $400, it would have been much more acceptable. People would have been much more into this because the Bose headphones, the Bose 700 headphones, like their own noise canceling headphones, cost like $350 or $330, whatever. So $7 more for Apple. Great. No one will care. Like, oh yeah, I'll buy that. I'll sell out hotcakes. Now, the price does not matter. The reason why? These headphones are sold out for 12 to 14 weeks at Apple Store, coming soon at Best Buy, sold out at Amazon, and sold out at B&H Photo. That means these headphones have sold out in 4 locations, and you have to wait until March or April to get them in a pandemic for a $550 pair of headphones.
Yo, like, we are in a global pandemic, and the hype beast community is still so strong.
They probably need some money from selling the PS5s for like thousands of dollars. Like, yo, let me use my extra money to buy this pair of AirPods for myself for luxury reasons.
Yeah, no, people are making profit.
Or they were selling them.
People,
because the resale market for these are pretty high too.
Yeah.
Like, they were high. I mean, they were selling these for like $900 at one point for resale. Now they're selling for like $600, $700. But after fees and all that, you're not making much money.
People are stupid. Like, what are these people's jobs that they got? Like job security to go out and like, I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough.
I feel like it's a lot of the hype scalper community just buying a bunch of these and then reselling them. That's why they got, it happened to the graphics cards. It happened to the PS5. It happens to the Xbox. If it was like something anime related, like if it was like, limited edition, I don't know, Demon Slayer outfits, collaboration with Unico or collaboration with some kind of high-end brand, would have sold out. It would have sold out for sure.
Yeah.
So I think if people have some kind of, something they relate to this in some way, this is Apple. So they're like, yo, this is Apple's first new headphones. There's something that they never come out with. They're willing to drop bank on these. And the fact that these headphones cost as much as a PS5 and people are still willing to buy them and wait until March to get them shows that people don't care if they sound good or not. They expect them to sound good. They do sound good. They are impressive, but at the full price for them, I mean, I would pay it, but also it's just like, it's just not, I don't know. I think right now people should not be spending money on headphones like this. Like your
Yeah.
current pair of headphones are fine. You could live without
No.
getting these headphones right now and wait for a sale, like the AirPods Pros were like.
Yeah.
So
Imagine. I mean, people discovered late that Beats were not the greatest thing in the world, and they weren't
yeah,
worth as
dude.
much as people were spending
At
for
one
them.
point in time, yeah, remember during like high school, college years, people were
Yeah.
rocking Beats left and right. Like it was the greatest audio thing in the world. And reality wise, they're kind of like the laughing stock in the audiophile world. So like,
Yeah. No. Bose is better.
yeah,
So
Bose
hey.
is way better in terms of overall sound and stuff like that. But hey, at least they're making a lot of money and they're doing really good.
Yeah.
Somebody that's probably not going to earn a lot of money after something that happens is Facebook, where
Yeah, man.
they invested a lot of money on making Instagram and WhatsApp to what they are right now. They are getting a lawsuit right now to split them apart. So Facebook owns Instagram and WhatsApp, if you didn't know. And Facebook, I believe, bought Instagram for like $1 billion when it first was out in 2012. And they're so big now that a lot of people are saying, hey, it's kind of not fair that Facebook has like control the biggest social media companies. Like Twitter has its own thing, Facebook is itself, but Facebook also controls Instagram. So it's the second biggest social platform. So it feels like it's a little bit of too much control. So people are kind of feeling, hey, we should split this up.
Yeah. I mean, I made a joke the other day about Facebook playing 3D chess. This lawsuit is kind of about them, and their business practices. Hey, Instagram's doing really well. Acquire that.
Yeah.
WhatsApp's doing really well. They're competition potentially for
If
us.
they can't acquire it, what they'll do is that they'll make the features. Like what happened to Snapchat, they
Yeah.
want to buy Snapchat. Guess what
Couldn't do
happened?
it.
They took the features from Snapchat. They made the ability to do disappearing messages. They made the ability to do stories and all these
Yeah.
things. TikTok, which was originally Musically, and then they got acquired and became TikTok. And now, obviously, Facebook can't buy out TikTok. That shit is owned by like the biggest Chinese company over there.
Yeah.
So they just did their own features. They made their own version. They made stuff like Reels and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So they're always constantly adding features. They've added gaming, Facebook gaming, to compete with Twitch. They added a dating version, like their own version of Tinder. They made their own marketplace like eBay. They're a big company that's no longer like MySpace, where MySpace had a lot of those features already, but it was so congested. Now Facebook is just like, yo, we're just gonna add everything to the book and see what sticks. And
I mean,
people are not gonna leave because they say, hey, you got a Facebook? Yeah, I got a Facebook already. My family's already on Facebook.
They kind of became the anti-Facebook. Because Facebook used to be this thing that was exclusive, just people in college.
Yeah.
Simplified. You have your friends on there. It was a very niche thing.
Yeah.
And then it spun out into have more and more and more features. Now I look at Facebook. There's so many features I don't even know what to click on anymore.
Dude,
I don't even
I'm
want to go to
super
it.
overwhelmed when I get on Facebook, and I'm a tech guy. I get in there, I'm like, what the hell? When's this? Oh, this is new. Okay. So I have to go through this whole menu just to get to here. I'm not gonna use this again.
Yeah, they got Facebook stories and they got the Facebook gaming. There's videos popping up. There's business profiles.
Damn, I remember the time when they
right.
introduced games for the first time. We were all playing. What was that? Stupid Farmville. We were playing Farmville for the longest. We played a lot of like Terrorists in Town and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
mob games.
It's Town of Salem.
Town of Salem, yeah.
There's a lot of little things that they added over the years, but now it's just so bloated. People still love Instagram, but if that was to spin out into another company,
that's why Instagram hasn't. Even though they have stories, even though they have reels, it's still the same looking thing for all these years.
Well, it's getting more congested. I mean, I used to just be able to click in the middle or the bottom of the phone.
Yeah.
And there's my recent likes. Now that's been shot up to the top right. And, there's reels there now. Which,
they're trying to promote that more. Yeah.
Stories are all over the place. It's getting there. It's still hype. It's still good, but like, it's starting to get very heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, we still send each other random like Instagram posts all the time. So it's still
I mean, honestly, I don't check my Instagram at all. When I do, it's just like, okay, let me check it once a week and see what's
Yeah,
happening.
here's some funny stuff I
Yeah, I'll
randomly
just like,
found.
okay, find stuff, but I don't even post anything. I haven't posted anything for almost a year, so
Yeah.
I see people definitely into it, and props to you. Especially if you have like a business and you have a platform there, and it grows, and it
Great
makes you
business tool
like, yeah,
if you know how to
it's
use it.
awesome. But as a consumer, it feels congested and sometimes annoying to deal with and use. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But we'll see what the outcome is for this. It's interesting though because they do have like the biggest, like Instagram is like the biggest photo sharing kind of thing, and then WhatsApp is like the biggest messaging platform, especially around the Caribbean community. Like a lot of people in that
Yeah.
community use this app. It's kind of like how WeChat is kind of really popular in the Asian community. They used to be Kick, but I don't know what happened to them. But
Yeah.
they kind of died off.
I mean, we talked about Slack a little while ago.
Yeah, Slack
Like,
too. Slack got bought out. So, but that's mostly for work, and they kind of got
yeah,
taken over by
it could be expanded to
Microsoft's
be a
team.
WhatsApp competitor, but
Good, but
yeah, no, they Facebook took down a lot of stuff, and then Facebook Messenger was the competitor to WhatsApp for a little bit, but then
yeah, but they bought it.
now it's all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they saw them as a threat, and they hey, we own you now.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
I would be actually kind of happy to see Facebook get put in their place and broken apart.
I wouldn't mind it either. Yeah, I
That
think.
being said,
Yeah,
I'm not above a deal. If you want to cut me a check, Facebook, I'll shut up. Like I won't even like I get it. This is just a podcast. I'm just talking. Like you could give me money, I won't care.
speaking of
It's
deals,
cool.
Crunchyroll is getting bought out. Yep, your favorite anime streaming platform that needs an update into your video player is getting bought out from Sony. Of all people, Sony is buying out Crunchyroll from AT&T for $1.175 billion.
Heck yeah, baby.
That's a massive win for Sony because that's pretty much the same price
Look,
almost that AT&T paid for.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know AT&T even owned Crunchyroll.
Me either, dude. Honestly,
I had no idea. So I don't know what Sony buying it is gonna do, other than
well, they do have
maybe some sort
Funimation.
of yeah. If there's a merger between Crunchyroll and Funimation, that's huge.
Wasn't there like an app that used both of them? VRV, something like that, right?
Verve, yeah.
Verb, yeah.
Verve connected, among other things, Crunchyroll, Funimation, connected with old school TV networks and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know what this means at all. Maybe nothing will change.
Maybe what will happen is
Um,
that they'll put the funding to improve Crunchyroll, making their main thing, and then move a lot of the
I would,
content from
I would
Funimation.
love to just get all the Funimation content with my Crunchyroll membership.
That would be
That would be
awesome.
great.
Yeah.
But that's maybe asking for a bit much. Maybe they'll up the price and then give you access to the full library. I also have access to Verve through Crunchyroll, but nobody uses Verve really anymore. I don't
No,
even
not
know if
really.
Verve is still active.
So Crunchyroll has 3 million subscribers, 50
Mhm.
million social followings, and 90 million registered users. Wow. Out of the 90 million registered users, only 3 million pay. That's crazy. Think about that. Imagine
Yeah.
imagine half of those numbers paying.
Honestly, they don't even need people to pay, right? They could sell your information to marketing companies.
True.
And
That's true.
there
Yeah.
you go, baby.
Because they're making a lot of money on ads and etc. So they're
Yeah.
fine. They're fine with that. But hey, if they're combining these two, if they're combine Funimation and Crunchyroll together and bring some more content, I'm up for it. As long as they don't mess with the pricing and don't increase. Yeah, just keep it the same. Add more content, polish it up, bring more value, and people will buy more of it. So
Absolutely. Something that I might jump ship from, and something that a lot of people are not happy with is Twitch. Look, we talked about Twitch before. Twitch is making a lot of calls for money. They're limiting the music that streamers can play, copyright striking people left and right. People are getting in trouble. I heard the other day actually that they might even start putting people in jail for violating copyright terms, which just sounds ridiculous. I don't believe that that could actually happen. But now they're banning people just for using the words virgin, incel, and simps.
yeah,
if you ask me, that's a very virgin incel simp thing to do.
Yep. Yep. That's
that's just how I feel right now. I'm very upset with Twitch. I think they need to go into timeout.
I would think simp would not be the word that you would ban people for out of all things, but apparently it must be affecting some of the people's revenue for people that adore simps, aka female streamers that show their cleavage all the time. Like, so,
sorry, I had something stuck in my throat.
I was thinking of Bernie Sanders girl, the one that went crazy. She has like a whole simp nation around her.
Yeah.
I think this is kind of crazy because I understand virgin. I mean, but that was like I feel like there's an old pastime. Maybe I'm out of the loop. But I haven't heard
Virgin is a normal word.
Right.
That a sexual educator might use.
Shit, man. Some of us you don't get that excitement anymore.
I mean, incel really is an insult.
Yeah.
The
simp?
Simp is like
simp is
also kind of an insult, but it's not a pointed, like you're not pointing out anybody in particular. You could say simp for a lot of different situations.
Yeah, you're a simp for being obsessed with something. That's not it's not an insult. You're just like, hey, I could just really just define the word. And is that insulting? Hey, you're really obsessed with this girl. Like you're willing to drop your whole entire cash flow for this girl.
I'm
being a simp.
Like, I'm a simp for Genshin, baby. Like,
you Charles,
you gotta bring it back.
Simp nation right there for Genshin all the way. I used to be a simp. I was once proud to simp for Genshin. I left the ways. I left a better life. I no longer spend countless hours upgrading the same weapons and talents and artifacts, fighting the same wolf and cubes.
Bro, that wolf gave me 3 gold stars today,
and plants on rotation.
Yeah, I don't fight the plants too much anymore. They're a waste of time. We do domains a lot now.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, simping is not a crime. Being a simp is not a crime. It's preferable, honestly, to me, for you to be a simp.
Yeah, I mean,
and in the
it's
era
so
of
weird because it's such a
OnlyFans,
recent word, man. It just came out like last year. How is this word being banned?
I mean,
like holy crap!
This is not like when people used to say, call people gay back in school, and say the F word, and call people the R word, right? Retarded. You're not even allowed to say that in a lot of places anymore. This is not like that. Because simp is not that. It's just a slang word for somebody who, generally would suck up to a woman and give her money, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, this whole thing is ridiculous. Twitch is being overreactive and trying to be too brand friendly, just like YouTube once upon a time.
It still is. What are you talking about? Remember they used to freaking harp on people that were making kid-friendly shows? And like, if you're making kid-friendly shows, we'll penalize you. What? Yeah, you ain't gonna get any freaking funding or anything like that. We'll put you on a certain label.
Because pedophiles exist.
If you're making a content for shows for kids, now you're Nah, dude, get out of here. You know what's crazy? There's a guy named FaZe Simp. He said on Twitter, "You're gonna lose full if I have to change my name now because Twitch and his stupid ass simp name."
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to say that it's not going to be a hard, fast rule.
Imagine you're like
for like hate speak,
baby virgin.
No,
like if that was your name, and now you got to change your name because of freaking Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible. Bonus story, since we're already going long in the tooth. In the same vein, Pornhub. Pornhub deleted most of their content on the website because of a similar reason. Visa and MasterCard pulled out because pedophiles and child molesters and all sorts of things were putting content up on Pornhub.
Yeah, so they're
So
now
it's very
restricting it to only certified and certified uploaders, which is
yeah.
I approve. I don't mind. I mean, I don't watch Pornhub. That's not my destination. But
No comment.
oh man. So yeah, I mean, I think people should just locate the freaking pedophiles and track them down and arrest them. What the hell? Just do that. Corroborate with
Yeah,
the
or
freaking
and
authorities to do that.
human trafficking is still going to be a big thing. I mean, so what they did was they basically shut down all videos that were uploaded by unverified people.
Right.
But all you have to do to get verified on Pornhub is take a picture of yourself holding up a piece of paper that has some information written down from the website. It's not very hard to get verified on Pornhub.
No.
So
But
there could still be questionable content up on
there's
there.
people that just I've seen some put up on YouTube. There's people that just like put the thing on their face like, hi, verification video, and then they call it a day. And it's just like, that's it. That's
Yeah,
how you verify someone. Anyone could do
basically.
that. Like,
Yeah. So, we'll see how that plays out for them. I don't know if they'll get Visa and MasterCard back. It's a very big chunk of money that they'd be losing.
I didn't even know Visa card, MasterCard were doing promoted deals with a porn site. That's pretty
Yeah,
ballsy
well,
on their part.
the transactions were being done through them. If you
Oh,
wanted
it's
to pay
solely for transactions.
yeah, if
Couldn't
you
they
wanted to
just
pay for
bypass
something-
that with PayPal?
Probably, actually.
Yeah, right. This was
Um,
taken,
but it's still not everybody uses PayPal.
I
and,
guess they didn't
not
want
everybody
to. I guess they didn't want to get more fees. I guess some fees through Spotify, through Shopify, or through PayPal. Also, it might
Yeah.
be PayPal has a thing against porn sites too. So
I mean, look, if you hear that a company is doing some questionable things and has content that is basically people who have been kidnapped and molested and things like that,
of course you gotta harp
um,
down on them. I would, yeah,
you don't want to be affiliated.
I would not be
So I
affiliated with
can
them at
understand.
all. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I can understand
And
the
that's on their
decision.
part. Like the way they
Yeah.
sounded, like they were like, "Oh, well, other people have been doing it for years." Like, okay, so what? Pornhub.
Yeah.
You don't want trying to be the
Mind
most.
you,
You're trying to be the most mainstream, friendly, in the know porn site, and be like in every single like situation and meme. Yet you've been allowing people uploading some weird shit for this whole entire time. Nah, dude, get out of
I
here.
mean, mind you, Pornhub is not even the deep web.
No,
Deep web has countless horrible
dude,
things on it that are
4chan
way
had like
worse.
a whole thing before, like the whole.
Yeah.
It was such a big deal. So I'm like, guys, come on. You already seen
Yeah.
what happened before. You already seen what happened with like YouTube when they had like sexual content and stuff like that showing up for YouTube Kids videos. You guys could have just like looked at your own content catalog and like, oh, yo, some of these stuff looks sketchy. Let's block this up. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Stop
I mean-
wasting your money on Pornhub banners on Times Square and start using it to fix up your catalog, all right? God damn it.
Yeah, figure out how to restrict people from doing horrible things.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, so it was doozy of a show this week.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty crazy episode.
I still got another hour in me, but I know you guys don't want to listen to it.
We'll see that for next time. We'll try to do something next week for you guys. Hopefully
holidays.
you guys have happy holidays for whatever holiday you celebrate. Happy holidays. Enjoy some time with the family and friends. Please be safe and stay indoors if possible. If you have to go out, wear a mask, respect everyone, and just show some love and care for everyone. All right, guys. So this has been the Slade and Wayne podcast. We'll see you guys next week with some banging holiday podcast cheers. All right.
Deuces. Yeah.